I'm here at DeMatha Catholic High School, and I'm with head coach of Lanham Christian and a legend in Maryland, Byron Mouton. And Coach Mouton, it's good to see you.
Hey, man, it's great to see you, man. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk to you guys.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about, first off, the game today. As a head coach, you've won multiple state championships at Lanham Christian. And talk about today, if you were a player in today's time, how would your approach be, just given how much the game has changed, especially in the past 5 years?
Yeah, the game changed a lot, man, and it's crazy. You know, I talk to a lot of coaches, man, and number one thing they're looking for is guys with high motors. You know, back in the day, you just play hard. No such thing as high motor scholarships. So, you know, it's a lot of kids that take a lot of plays off this generation. So they're looking for guys that can go all the time. And they always ask me, Coach, you got a guy that got a high motor? And I'm like, high motor? What is that? Well, guys that play hard all the time, because guys don't play hard, and you got to learn how to adapt and shoot the three, man. That's what I'm trying to tell my players, man. A lot of them like to put the ball on the floor first, but they got to learn how to catch and shoot, because this game, unfortunately, this game is a Steph Curry type game. They need guys that can make perimeter shots.
You played under Gary Williams at Maryland, one of the all-time great coaches, winning a national championship in 2002. And what would be something that you feel like you learned from Gary that you carry on to your coaching today?
Man, the number one thing I learned from him, man, almost like a father figure, is discipline. All right, if you ever want to be great at anything, man, even not even basketball, sports, the ultimate thing he taught me is just discipline and understanding setting goals. So if you set goals, sometimes you might not reach them, but it's giving you an opportunity to get there. And just discipline, man, and always pay attention to whoever's talking to you. Like, you know, like myself or Coach Gary Williams, you know, guys that have been through it. Like, these young players got to understand, you know, we're trying to limit their mistakes. And when I was a basketball player, there was nobody around to help me to limit my mistakes. So you got a lot of guys around you, my coaching staff, a lot of guys with basketball. You just listen, man, and it'll limit your mistakes, and you go faster and get to you want to go quicker.
Coaching Lanham Christian, I mean, I mentioned how you won multiple state championship there. I mean, you've been passionately involved. Even more exciting, you got a heck of a lot coming back from last year's team that won it all. And talk about how there, just what the atmosphere's like, what you like about the place, and because it's something you've really poured a lot of heart into.
You know, this is going on my 9th year, man. I remember back then, man, when they asked me to coach, I had 0 players. And, you know, we won 2 games, then 5 games, then 10 games, then 15, then 20. And, you know, I really never recruited young players because there's so much talent in this area. So I like older players so we can get it quicker. But this was the first time that I recruited 5 young players. So I got a bunch of juniors on my team. And the guys getting it, man. They're getting better and better every day. They love the game, man. They're very coachable. And I'm excited about coaching them and help them get to the next level.
As a coach, what advice would you give to somebody who's getting into coaching, just given the success that you've had?
Number one, man, you got to be patient. Number one, man, it's just super patient. It's a different type of kid, man. You know, back in the day, you could say whatever you want to a kid like myself, man, and I'm already amped and I'm ready to go. But, you know, based on social media and the way the world is, you got to be gentle. You got to be disciplined and understand that you have to be patient with these kids because it's just a different generation, man. And you can't say certain things. You can't react to certain things. You can't discipline them, run them, sprint. You know, it's just a lot. It's a lot. So, number one, man, just be patient with them.
It's hard not to talk about the 2002 Maryland team and, of course, also a Final Four in 01 as well. And when I bring that up to you right now, I mean, I know there's just a flood of memories that run through. Just what's one that comes to mind right now?
Man, I just love my teammates, man. Every time I think about it, I get chills on my arms, man. Because the crazy thing about it is sometimes when you play basketball, you're not friends with the guys that you play ball with. And I'm friends with all these guys, man. We all like brothers. We don't never bicker. It's crazy. Come on, Mouton. Y'all had to bicker, have fights. We never bicker. We never have fights. We never been selfish. This team was incredible, man. This team was awesome. The coaching staff was incredible. And we just love playing basketball. That's why in the summertime, we had the best pickup game in the country. So many pros came back in the day, man, and wanted to play with us. So basically, man, just love these guys, man. And, you know, they're like brothers to me and till death do us part.
Yeah. You guys keep up quite a bit, don't you?
Yeah. We got this huge chat, man, every week, man. It's crazy, man. It almost brings tears to my eye. We celebrate anniversaries. We celebrate birthdays. We celebrate Coach Gary Williams, Hall of Fame stuff, like Will Bauer, and Sean Mosley. They just got inducted to the Catholic League Hall of Fame last week. So, just keep in touch. Like, if we would have that connection, we wouldn't even know nothing about it because of the chat room and everything, man. Even though I didn't play with those guys, it's just a family, man. And Sean Mosley, one of my favorite players that I watch at the University of Maryland. So it remind me of myself, when I was playing. As
a player at Maryland, what do you think one of your biggest challenges was?
The biggest challenges was as a player, I would say me. I was a tweener. Me as a basketball player at the University of Maryland. But coming in, being a great high school basketball player, played for University of Tulane, was a leading scorer. And the biggest thing was trying to fit in, man, and trying to understand that I need to do something because I want to be a starter. I never was a bench guy. So I did whatever it took to be on the court and be a starter and be a major player on that team. And I had that role of being a quote-unquote defensive stopper.
Yeah, and flipping the switch a little bit, Byron, when you look back to your playing career and you compare it to today, I mean, you see all the sports leagues out there. Just everything going on. Because we talked a little bit about the summer ball. Do you feel like that basketball has been elevated to, coming from a Christian perspective, like a golden calf status?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, what I really like about this event, man, is give back to the high school more power, everything was AAU, bad basketball, no defense, no structure. But this right here, man, this is great for these kids, man, to play with kids they're familiar with. And, AAU basketball, you show up Friday, we play Saturday, we play 4 or 5 games and go home and, all this bad basketball. But this is a great opportunity, man, these live periods for the high school kids. First game we played yesterday had 30 coaches. Today, last game, so it was hard to get coaches. Coaches been here all day, So, but it's a great opportunity. This is our first. And the reason why we got invited, because we're a better ball team since I took over 6-7 years ago. Yep, so.
Questions get to know you better, Byron, for fun. You get a few minutes on the side. I'm sure that's pretty rare these days probably, but what do you like to do as a hobby?
Well, a lot of people that know me, they already know. Number one, man, I'm a big-time fisherman, man. I love to fish, man. I'm a Southern guy, man. I keep my fishing poles in my car. Anytime I can see a nice little water spot, especially now, being in winter, it's hard, but now the sun is about 80 degrees every day. So I'm always trying to find a hole to go fish, man, catch some bass, some brim, white perch. And I'm a up and coming home improvement guy too, man. That's another hobby. I used to do it for free. Now people asking me to do it and get paid for it. So between home remodeling and fishing, man, that's two of my biggest things I like to do outside of basketball.
What's a cool fact about yourself? Something that maybe not a lot of people know.
A lot of people don't know is that, do you know what Mouton stands for or means?
What's that?
Sheep. French, man. So I tell everybody, I say, man, listen, man, we're going to you get 1,000 points if you can tell me what Mouton means. And it means sheep, but I tell people king sheep. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
That is cool. And last question for you, Coach. We'll look right into the camera for this one. Are there any shout-outs you'd like to give?
I would like to shout out to all my family, man, everybody back home, everybody that gave me opportunity to motivate me to be a coach, man, and I'm enjoying this every moment. And Maryland, man, I just seen something with Taj Holden. Taj Holden used to be my roommate back in college, man. I love you, man, and I appreciate you for looking out for me, being a little guy from Louisiana, man, a little nervous, a little scared, man, but you made me very comfortable. That's why I love you forever, Taj Holden.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to thank Coach Byron Mouton for his time. Be sure to check out Lanham Christian. That team is fun to watch. One of my favorite teams that the Joys, I take it they're brothers, the Joy brothers, and I mean they just flat get after it. And we want to say thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Player Spotlight. I'm Tyler Rowland. God bless you. We'll see you soon. Good night, everybody.